Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and a new video on cooperative multiplayer with Daggerwin. So last episode we finished off that field and now we've moved on to the sorghum field, which I'm in now. Daggerwin's just made a start on the headlands by the looks of it, and he's hopefully going to come and unload this combine so I can resume the harvest. We've got the other one over there on a helper currently doing its thing. So yeah, I will get going with the harvest once I get unloaded here and resume what we were doing. We put a vote out last episode, so thanks to everyone that voted on that. It was basically asking whether we should finish at the end of this year or continue. I don't know how many years we will be continuing, but apparently everyone voted, or the majority of people voted to continue the series beyond this harvest. So we will be replanting the fields and hopefully doing a bit more on this series. Okay, I'll start moving again, so hopefully you'll come alongside me and I can unload on the move. Yeah. Okay, so yes, that is the plan then. We're going to be continuing the series for at least one more year. I don't know how many years exactly. We'll probably, Daggerwin might put another vote out at a later date to say how many years do you want us to continue beyond this, but we are going to do at least one more year on this series, which is good news. I'm happy with that because I'm not, I'm enjoying the series quite a lot actually. So yeah, I'm not bothered about that at all. I know not everyone is, but you don't have to watch it if you don't want to. And the majority of people do seem to be, so that's good news. And then after this series we possibly will do another competitive series. Personally I do enjoy the competitive series more as a player. I know everyone's got their own opinions on it, but yeah, from my point of view as a player I do enjoy the competitive, playing the competitive series quite a lot actually, because it's more intense. I find it much more, yeah, it's difficult to describe, but I certainly feel like I'm achieving more with those series. But I still enjoy this more relaxed cooperative series as well. It's still good. Right, so that's the headland complete, or at least one round of the headland. I'll now move on to going up and down. I'm going to try and get it at the same angle as that combine. Obviously that one is at a different angle to these lines, so I'm going to have to change that to, even though it looks good, this angle, it's obviously not the same setting that the other combine's on, so let's try and get that angle right. I think it's probably 90 degrees, is it? Let's give 90 degrees a go and see what that looks like. Yeah, I would say that's right. So let's start up again and go and I'll do this section of the field. The helper can do the longer stretches because it spends more time turning around than what I will. So yeah, I'll leave that side for the helper for the time being, and I'll get this corner of the field finished. And then after that, I think that is the last field that's ready, possibly at the moment. Yeah, it is. In fact, it's one of the last fields, because that's a grass field. That doesn't count, because that's just grass. We've only got two more after that. One of them is a sunflower field, and the other one is a corn field. And we don't really have a very big corn header at the moment. We've got a 6 metre one. Apparently there was one in the use sale, a wider one. That's 6 metres. That's not a corn header. Let's just see if there is one. I don't know whether there is. Oh, there's that one. Yep, that one will do the job. 9 metres, 55,000. Yeah, I reckon we should probably go with that then, because we do have some quite big fields to harvest. So I'll just mention that to Daggerwin and see what he thinks about buying that. Okay, so I've been discussing the idea with Daggerwin. He doesn't seem terribly keen on the idea, but I personally think it is worth getting while it's in the sale, because there might not be another opportunity to get it, and I think I think he's going to regret not buying it if we do. So he's decided that we will get it. He's sold the old one, the 6 metre one, and we're going to replace it with the that's the one we've just sold. Replace it with this one, which is 55,000, 9 metre header. It's quite a lot better, I think, than the one that we've got or had. So we're going to buy that. While it's in the sale. I think we would regret not getting that personally. I know Daggerwin wasn't a huge fan of it seems, but in my opinion it is worth getting, so we have bought it now, and in the future we will be able to harvest the fields a lot quicker. In fact, it won't be that long in the future either, because although they're not ready right now, they will be ready very soon. There's a corn field and a sunflower field. The sunflower field in particular is quite a big field, so yeah, to do that with a 6 metre header would take a bit of time. So it can go on this combine. This combine will run at 9 metre header, no problem. And yeah, we'll get that done either today or in the next episode, depending on whether or not we move time forward. We do need to start drilling for next year as well now, because the canola could go in August, I think, for next year. So we'll get that done, probably start today, maybe. Let's just see if we can get that trailer up to 100%. I think that's probably what he wants to do. 99%. I know he's taking it at 99. Okay, never mind. Right, so yeah, I will just finish off this bit of harvesting. Not too much more to do now. Then this field will be finished, and that is the final field of sorghum that's actually ready today. So then we'll either be moving on to the next month and doing the corn or the sunflowers, or we will start drilling the canola. I think it would be a good idea to get at least one field drill in August as a bit of a head start, but we'll see what Daggerwin wants to do. But yeah, that'll be after this field is finished, so I'll get on with that now and come back to you when we're done.
Should I stay here? Should I stay here?
There we go, harvest is finished for the time being, at least in that field. So I've dropped the header off and I've come to the shop here to pick up our latest purchase. It will need to be repaired, of course, because it is a used machine, but at least it will be a lot faster than the other one that we had, which is only a 6 metre. This is a 9 metre, so yeah, it's a significant enough upgrade, I think, in my opinion, to have made it worthwhile. I know a few of you in the comments spotted it and said it was a good idea to get it, which is another reason I wanted to get it. So yeah, I'm sure Daggerwin will in the end agree that it was a good idea to get it. I know it's not the biggest one, there is another one that's a bit bigger, I think, but at least it's a folding one, which makes it easier. You don't need to put it on a trailer or anything, and it's not a bad size really for the size of land that we've got, and certainly for the number of fields we've got. I think it's about the perfect size really. So we've got that one and that one. It's shouldn't take too long to do those two. Now we've got this combine in this header. Also, Daggerwin does want to upgrade the other combine to one probably a similar size to this, or maybe even bigger eventually, but of course that does depend on the money and availability in the shop. Yeah, that'll be for the future, not for this harvest, that's for sure. Anyway, if we don't move time on, I'm going to get a drill on and start drilling some canola, because I would like to get at least one field of canola in this month, give it a bit of a head start in August rather than waiting until September. I think we've got time. It's only 2:30 in the afternoon, so I reckon we could do that today. Whether or not we'll get on to harvesting the sunflowers and corn today, I'm not sure. It just depends on Daggerwin really, whether he wants to move time on or not. But personally, I would rather get the drilling started, because then it sort of spreads it out a bit more as well and doesn't make for episode after episode of just drilling, which can happen. So, yes, I'm going to park the combine up for the time being and hopefully put a drill on and go and start drilling some canola. Just need to find a tractor for doing that. It will need to be a quad track, so they're the only two powerful tractors that we've got currently. Just park that there. So yeah, one of the quad tracks, that one's tipping, so we use this one. I'll drop that trailer off. I'll put the blue seed drill on, which is the one that I think can do canola. Looks like Daggerwin is selling some pallets of bread, so they'll bring in some nice money. That'll be useful for a future purchase. And yeah, let's get this seed drill on. Currently set to grass, but I think we can do canola. Yeah, we can, good. Right, so the question is, which field do I drill with canola? Obviously not one that's been canola this year. This is probably a good contender, this one right here next to the yard, or that one, the one we've just harvested. But then I'll be working in the same field all episode, which I don't really want to do, so yeah, I think we're going to go with this one here. This was an oat field last year. Let's unfold the seed drill. Doesn't use much seed this, so I'll have more than enough seed this, so I won't need to refill it this time. Doesn't do fertiliser though, so we'll have to spray fertiliser after it's been drilled, or after it's germinated. But luckily we've got a massive sprayer now, which goes a lot faster, so we don't need to worry about that. That'll be much easier to do in the future. So I'm really pleased we bought the sprayer. That was a really good purchase, I think. Anyway, yes, let's get on with drilling. I'll just change the speed. That was set to, for some reason, 6 miles an hour. I suppose it was because Daggerwin was carting with it from the combine. But yeah, we can do 12 or 13 miles an hour with this seed drill. So yeah, I'll get on with this for a bit and come back to you either when it's done or when we've got a bit more done. Now that I've made a decent start with the drilling, let's just get the helper started on the rolling, because I don't fancy doing the rolling. I don't think Daggerwin does either, because he's gone to do some mowing, I think. So I'll leave that trailer tipping there, it should be fine. And I will put the roller on, and we'll get that field started on the roller with the helper. So I'm just going to find it. I think it's over in the far shed, the roller, at the moment. Just go and have a look. and get that on. In fact, I don't really even need this tractor. The other tractor would have pulled it. Probably not that one actually. I think Daggerwin's using the other one. So yeah, this is probably the only available one at the moment. But I just want to get the helper started on this. Oh, I've blocked it with a combine, typical. It just would have happened, wouldn't it? So yeah, that needs moving out of the way as well. And spending longer doing this than it would take to do the field. But never mind. I'll move the combine over to the other side of that one. Probably could do with another shed sometime soon. We're starting to fill up these again. I'm sure we could sort things out though to fit everything in, but it's a busy time of year, of course, being harvest time. Everything's kind of out and around everywhere, so it's difficult to keep everything looking neat at this time of year. Anyway, let's get the roller on. Still waiting for a bigger roller, of course. There's still not one in the sale. I don't know what is up with the rollers in this game. They don't seem to want to appear in the sale. I know a lot of you have said that probably it would be okay to lease one. I still disagree with buying a new one. I think that would be a bit against our sort of rules that we've set for this series, but maybe leasing a roller in the future would be okay, because you are of course allowed to hire things in real life if it's something you don't use very often. So maybe that would be okay. I know you can buy new stuff in real life as well, but it's kind of against the server rules or the game rules that we've got for this series. So yeah, we'll leave it as at that at the moment anyway. So I will get on now with continuing the drilling. There we go, that's going. The roller hopefully will do that side first, not try and come over where I am. Probably should have checked the route plan that it's got on its GPS at the moment, just to make sure that it doesn't do anything silly like come this way, which I think it is doing. Oh dear. Okay, let's sort that out then. What sort of route has it got? There isn't one. How weird. Okay, I'll stop that, and we'll go back to the... Oh, there we go, yeah. So, let's change that to 60... 160 I think it is set at. Yeah, that looks better. Start with up and down, that'll do. Right, so let's move this out of the way. That's really messed it up. Let's make it look very messy. I was assuming it would be just going to go automatically up and down, but obviously not. Let's move it over here and hopefully it will work itself out and do the right thing. Anyway, let's go back to the drill. I'll leave that for a time being and see what happens. Hopefully it'll be alright. I think it will now that it's got the right direction. It's working in exactly the same direction as the drill now, so it should be fine. But I'll leave it and let it do its thing and see what happens, and I will resume my drilling. Okay, so the drilling is complete on this field. I'm going to stop the helper now because I'm not quite sure what it's doing. It seems to have come over this side and done a very weird squiggly line, so I'm going to take over on the roller now and do this myself for a bit. Just check the lines are in the right direction. No, they're not. Let's change that back to a 160. There we go. And it looks like Daggerwin has finished doing the grass work, has he? And he's moving the bales. I can see him going backwards and forwards with the telehandler moving bales, so I'm sure when he's finished that he'll probably be finished. So I'll do a bit of rolling, and then probably not get the whole field done, and then leave it on a helper for the rest of the time. See if that can get it finished between now and next episode, so that we can move time on, and hopefully this field will all be rolled. It's not the end of the world if it doesn't all get rolled before we move on, because as you know, rolling only accounts for about 2.5% or something of the yield bonus. But it is good for the environmental score reward as well. It does boost that, which means you do get more money when you come to sell the crops, alongside the additional yield that you get. So it's definitely worth doing, but it's not an essential part of the process. It doesn't matter too much if we don't do it at all. I will just check for a used roller if there is one. That's not a roller, is it? No, it's not. It's a windrower. I'm pretty sure there won't be one. There usually isn't, but I will just check just to see. No, not that I can see one anyway. So looks like we're still stuck with this one, unless of course we do go down the leasing route and get a leased bigger one. So maybe just let me know what you think about that. I won't do it today, obviously, but maybe in the future. If I know based on other comments that I've read, it probably wouldn't go down too badly if I did lease a roller, because we are a bit fed up with the speed of this one. It is a bit slow, so if we could get a wider one or a faster one, it would be nice. But it's not too bad, I suppose, but it could do being a bit quicker. Anyway, let's do a little bit more rolling, and I'll come back to you probably when we're finishing or when I finish the field. Okay, almost done with the rolling now. I'm just going to get the helper to finish off this last little bit, because there's not much more to do and I'm kind of fed up with rolling, so I'll just get the helper to finish it off, and yeah, we'll leave it there for today. Daggerwin just left, so I will finish as well. So I really hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.